let's feed some larvae. So here is a time-lapse video. It took place over 2 hours. And what I did was I took 2 sandwiches fully intact. There was no processing of them in any form. And I just dropped them into one bin. I have no idea how many larvae are in this. I never count. The idea of counting larvae I find a little too tedious. So I've not broken down and done that. But at any rate, the video really starts to ramp up right here. So you start to see the larva churning and boiling underneath the food, and I think it's difficult for people to quantify like how much food the larva can eat. Symbolically, I think this video works really well, and I've actually sped up the process for them in my day-to-day because everything goes through a grinder. So it's kind of like pre-chewed food for the larva. But it works out because everything goes even quicker. So, okay, at this point in the video, this is my favorite part. In that upper right-ish corner where the larvae are churning, they're kind of dancing around with some pickle slices. I think that's pretty cool. And then you can start to see the knots of larvae forming around the clumps of food that they had broken off from the main sandwiches, which is also pretty rad. Yeah, there they go. So back to why I chose larvae. Living in central Pennsylvania, we have the beautiful Susquehanna River Valley, and it creates some very scenic, beautiful views, great recreation, but it doesn't offer much as far as flat land that isn't on a floodplain, which is problematic when you're looking for a large expanse to run machinery and equipment. So to find the perfect location that didn't require a lot of money to first excavate and then plan, engineer, construct, permit a compost operation, it felt extremely financially daunting. And I wasn't really sure, with all that work already done up front and the financial burden, if composting would take off in this area. So I didn't feel comfortable with that route. Did a little more research with permaculture, and the black soldier fly larvae are used pretty readily in those setups. And I think my first soldier fly larva purchase was made on eBay. So fun fact, you can buy them there. And I didn't get grossed out. I stuck with it, and I think that was 2018. So there I just kind of combed around just to see how much food was left. Really, they had gotten darn near everything. And those pieces of bread on top are just wafer thin. They got nearly all the food at this point. But then here you can see them kind of bubbling to the top again. So yeah, I felt that this was the route to take if we want to reduce the volume of food scraps quickly, readily. Larva, man, it's the way to go. Just look. It's mesmerizing. So we fed some larvae today.